Welcome to GraphiteHub's interview series, a series dedicated to all things graphite. Today, we're joined by Peter G, CEO of Sin International. So, welcome, Peter.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Great. It's great to have you here, Peter. So, for the viewers of this episode, we'll be focusing on the role of coating materials in battery anodes. So, I guess, Peter, on that note, could you start with a brief introduction of yourself and the company Sin International?
sure. Sin International is an advanced materials company in North America, providing local materials, technologies, and equipment solutions. The parent company of Sin has a 20-year history in the field of advanced materials. Looking further back, we have a 40-year history in the materials field. Our coating materials have served the global market and have a market share close to 50%. And we are also the only listed company in this niche market. And we're here to create a better life to all humanity, taking circular economy, reducing carbon emissions, and innovations as our pillars. We continuously optimize our technology, producing production, customer service content, and organization. Sind International is also part of our above development stage, better serving local customers and growing together with our partners. I have been working in the field of advanced materials for 20 years. In the historical process of global energy transformation, I am very glad to continuously optimize the company's strategy and execution together with everyone and participate in this period of history. Yeah, and I was once responsible for investment and the construction of the new energy department at BASF in terms of global strategy, cooperation, and specific investment, production, and market aspects. I personally hope to contribute more and let industry, company, and individuals grow together. Thank you.
Great, Peter. No, it definitely sounds like
Yeah.
you've had quite a lot of experience in this kind of industry. So I guess if we could maybe move on, and could you just explain kind of the function of coating materials and their significance in the battery supply chain?
Yes, and the how to say the stability of uncontrollable natural batteries stems from inside reactions. The key to side reaction lies into the surface interface reaction. Coating materials, just like paint in anti-corrosion, can well solve the interface relationship in batteries. Yes.
Great. Okay. And so I guess there's been quite an ongoing debate between synthetic and natural graphite, and I think we both probably can agree that they both have a role to play depending on the specific battery requirements. But when it comes to the coating materials themselves, I understand that synthetic, also known as artificial graphite, typically doesn't require the same type of coating material as natural graphite. Could you explain why this is?
Yeah, sure. Because the functional groups on the surface interface of synthetic graphite are different from those of natural graphite. So different coatings need to be used to improve it. It is hoped that both will have good performance in batteries. And for different type of graphite, we have material solutions to maximize material performance. At the same time, our R&D team and production team are continuously update our products. Yeah.
Great. Okay. And so I guess what do you think are the most important factors for an anode company when they're selecting their coating materials? Is it the stability, the costs? Could you just talk about that in a bit more detail?
Yes, and you're talking about a lot of index. Just I see the all performance. Yeah, the circle life and
Performance? Yeah.
the volume. Yes, of course, performance, cost, and more importantly, matching of coating materials and graphite, the matching of materials and equipment, and the stability of supply chain for mass production. Because this is a system, it's not only the one or two sectors, but you need to combine them together. and the ability to solve technical problems on site. Yes, we have faced a lot of uh, things already in
Yeah,
the graphite production on site, so we know what happened. Yeah,
great. Okay, and I guess moving back to graphite, we're kind of constantly seeing advancements in battery technology, particularly in relation to silicon graphite anodes. So, with this kind of continuous advancement in battery technology, do you predict that graphite will remain a key component in anode production over the long term?
yeah, that's a good question. And my opinion is that carbon is number one element on Earth. Yeah, through some decades of everyone's efforts and screening, graphite has become the mainstream materials at present. Yeah, graphite will be a long-term key component, and whether it is a silicon anode or even a lithium anode materials, complete situation substitution is a very long process. First, there is gap in safety, and another is, of course, long-term investment. So graphite products need to consider a combination of conventional standardized products and high-end customized products, as well as matching with other added components. And I have to say, materials have a lifespan, but the genius of a company can be inherited. I think that from the use of material from small batch to large batches, just like you said, graphite to some other materials, the problems faced are the same. The company's ability to have such capabilities is a core key. It will provide competitive products according to market needs and benefit the industry and the company.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting point. I think, we do see these companies out there spending billions and billions of dollars on these gigafactories, and they're set up specifically for, graphite. So the fact that something could come in and substitute it in the short term or even, medium term is yeah, highly unlikely. So it's yeah, good to hear your thoughts on that. So moving on, we heard from a lawyer recently representing Tesla at the international trade case hearing in the US regarding the imposition of tariffs on Chinese graphite imports to the US. Essentially just mentioned that the ex-China graphite market is still in its kind of startup phase. And then more recently, we saw certain technologies in China that are used for the production of battery components has been restricted. So looking outside of China, kind of what do you see the biggest challenge in the current supply chain? And also, like, what suggestions would you have to these companies in addressing these issues?
Yeah, and that's also a quite good question. Some some companies we together just that's what why we are doing now. Establishment of a business model should be
Yeah,
the priority issues we need to fix. The matching of market and the production and the establishment of a supply chain. And I have to say the talent should be the key factor. Kids and all this requires a group of people with love to create together. Yeah,
yeah, no, I think collaboration is key in this sector. We see the kind of experience in China at the moment. They've been producing graphite for quite some time, and they've got the process nailed down quite well. So, considering where the ex-China graphite market is, I think companies do need to leverage on the collaboration with, especially Chinese partners, and kind of building that supply chain outside of China. So yeah, thanks Peter for sharing your insights with us. Yeah, we appreciate it and we look forward to having you on again soon.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah,
Great. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in to this episode of Graphite Hub's interview series. We'll see you next time.